The first creepy clip in this week's video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Black Story. Kuro, the ghost hunter behind the channel, received a call from a friend who had a very scary story to tell him. His friend told him that he'd been driving down a dark tunnel alone when he heard what sounded kind of like stones hitting his car. He thought the stones might have been kicked up by his wheels, but it was so loud and strange that he decided to get out of the car to check. As he was looking around, he noticed a creepy figure in his rearview mirror. The figure was running down the tunnel towards him. Terrified, he leapt back into his car and raced out of the tunnel. Kuro, intrigued by his friend's experience, decided to venture out in the dead of night to conduct a paranormal investigation deep in the tunnel. For the first part of the video, nothing much really happens. However, when Kuro is about to leave, things get a little bit creepy.
写真撮影は終了です。なんか女性の声聞こえるんだけど、めっちゃ喋り声聞こえる。誰もいませんか？
Kuro mentions he can hear a woman's voice and the sounds of footsteps walking in the shadows directly behind him, but no one can be seen, or at least from this camera they couldn't. The next clip you're about to see is footage taken exactly at the same time, but from Kuro's handheld camera.
誰もいませんか?
Did you see her? As Kuro tilts the camera, the face of someone or something can be seen for a split second, standing in the darkness right behind him. But on the static camera, no one can be seen. And if you look at the timing of both cameras, everything happens at exactly the same time. So I highly doubt that this is a pre-recorded video being played. YouTube viewers were left horrified by this scary figure lurking in the darkness behind Kuro, with many believing it to be the same ghost that his friend encountered on his journey through the tunnel. But what do you think? Did Japanese ghost hunter Kuro capture a ghost on camera inside this tunnel? You tell me. If you're a fan of scary videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. This next video for this week is one that some of you may have seen before or at least heard about. The video is footage recorded on a police officer's body cam while they were investigating the infamous Chris Watts house, and the video is said to contain some of the most authentic EVP recordings ever caught. The Chris Watts house came to significant public attention in 2018 due to a horrific incident involving the Watts family. Without going into too much detail as YouTube doesn't allow it, Chris Watts, the father, was the main suspect after his wife Shannon and their two young daughters Bella and Celeste lost their lives. Chris Watts initially reported them missing, but later confessed to law enforcement that he was the one responsible for their untimely passing. Following his confession, Watts was charged and later found guilty. This was a widely reported event that deeply shocked the local community and made national headlines. And in the video you're about to see, which is unedited raw footage of a K9 unit searching the Watts' family home, viewers noticed some rather strange things in the video. Did you catch it? As the K9 team steps into the house, one of their body cams captures what looks like a little girl walking down the stairs, but the house has been vacant due to the ongoing investigation. Everything seems pretty normal after that, until a person can be heard screaming something that sounds like no or possibly help. That wouldn't be the only strange thing that happened during their search of the house though.
That doesn't necessarily mean it could mean a high intense fight. So it could mean several things because the body chemistry changes
Sure.
on all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. A lot of these are motion activated. These are the shoes that she took the scent off of.
Okay. That's you. Well, there's plenty of her finger here.
Yes.
Yeah. Here.
Yes.
Yeah. Here.
Yes.
Yeah. Here.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What in the world was that?
Wow.
Go in there and step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that noise came.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
It might. It sort of sounded like it.
Something. There was a. I heard it.
That one. Did you hear it?
I did.
Sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it? Or a kid.
It did.
Where did that come from? Because all he did was go straight in there. That was strange. Well, we'll make a note of that.
I heard it. I definitely heard the same thing you did.
Yeah, and then he just.
As the officers sweep the upstairs of the house, a voice can be heard whispering the name Chris. Then, a little later, a child's voice can be heard saying, "Mummy, Mummy," and something that sounds like a little girl giggling is also caught on the police officer's body cam, even though nobody else is inside the house. The officers continue their sweep of the house and capture even more strange things.
Definitely scent coming out of there.
Yeah. So there's your attic access right there. Do I need to climb up there?
In the laundry room, a voice can clearly be heard whispering, "I'm with CC." And what makes this even more creepy is that CC was the nickname of Chris's daughter, Celeste. The creepiness doesn't end there though.
Here's a pair of her shorts. I don't know if they've been touched or moved.
Well, we're interested in.
In the master bedroom, another whispering voice can be heard. Listen closely and you can hear the words, "This is our home." They continue their investigation, which takes them into the basement of the home, where the police officer's body cam captures this.
Yes, very organized, very clean.
Down in the basement, a voice whispers, "Something told her," before a disturbing moaning sound can be heard. Now, these EVPs have left viewers stunned, and the fact that they were captured on a police officer's body cam makes them all the more believable. But if you're thinking these are the only strange things that were captured by police in this house, you're in for a treat. A month after Chris Watts' arrest, police were called back to the house after reports of a woman had been seen walking around the home and a light inside the garage had been turned on. This is the raw, unedited body cam footage from that night when police went to investigate.
Redbridge Police Department, anybody in the house? Redbridge Police Department, anybody in the house, make yourself known. Redbridge Police Department, anybody in the house?
After the police officers enter the house, they scan the entire building, but they discover there's nobody there. However, viewers notice some rather strange things in the video.
Redbridge Police Department, anybody down here?
Where?
Did you hear it? As an officer is guarding the dining area, a voice can be heard whispering the word "help." Then later on, another voice can be heard whispering the name Amanda. But it wasn't just a whisper they captured. Viewers also noticed this. Behind the officer standing at the top of the stairs, a child-sized figure appears to step out from behind him. Nobody notices it at the time, but the image seems surprisingly clear. Viewers of these raw, unedited videos captured on the police body cams have been left stunned by the crystal clear EVPs and apparitions caught inside the Watts' family home, with many believing it to be legitimate proof of the paranormal. Even commenters who are some of the firmest skeptics have found it difficult to explain the evidence shown in these videos. But what do you think? Is this concrete evidence that the paranormal exists? You tell me. Mark from the YouTube channel Donnie Drunkard is a paranormal investigator who got more than he bargained for during a routine investigation. According to Mark, he was followed home by some kind of demonic spirit that seems to enjoy terrorizing him on a daily basis. In the video you're about to see, Mark claims to have been physically attacked by the spirit after he felt a slap across his face. He runs into his bedroom with his dog, hoping that the spirit will leave him alone. And then this happens.
Are you okay? You okay? Thank you. You're a good boy, eh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You're a tough guy, eh? You wait here. You wait here. Yeah, I beep her. Okay? I'll be right back. Come right back.
When Mark feels brave enough to leave the room, he ventures out and captures the light in his hallway moving as if something we can't see is rocking it. Then, even though Mark and his dog are supposed to be alone in the house, the washing machine lid starts banging and cupboard doors begin to slam. Feeling creeped out, Mark goes back into his bedroom to wait out whatever is going on in his house. But while all of this was happening, something even creepier was captured by a static camera he had previously set up in the basement. While Mark and his dog hide in the bedroom upstairs, something dark flies along the ceiling of the basement. But just what the f*** is it? Do you know what this flying figure might be? Is this the demonic spirit Mark says followed him home and has been allegedly haunting him ever since? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The Lighthouse Church. This next ghost video comes from the popular paranormal investigation channel Paranormal Nightmare TV series. Josh, Rocky and Sean investigate the Lighthouse Church in Lynn, Indiana, which carries a haunting connection to a notorious figure, Jim Jones. Known for leading a cult known as the People's Temple, Jones orchestrated a tragic event in Jonestown, Guyana that sent shockwaves around the world. He convinced his followers to drink a deadly concoction, leading to a massive loss of lives. And if anyone refused, it didn't go well for them. A few managed to escape the horrifying scene by running into the wilderness. But sadly, the majority, 918 people, were not so fortunate. Now, this old church didn't directly witness these events, but its ties to Jones run deep. It was his childhood church, and since that horrifying event, whispers of hauntings have echoed in its hallways. The ghost hunters spend 2 nights inside the church, documenting everything they could find, and this is what they found.
Oh, Don't. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss. Thank you for talking to me. Would you like to tell me what your name is?
Jim.
Jim and he...
Lord.
Lord. It said Jim and then it said Lord. Oh my goodness.
While attempting to communicate, Sean is shocked when a noise makes him jump. The word that is picked up is don't. He apologizes for cursing and asks for the entity's name, and bizarrely, it responds with the name Jim. While this was happening upstairs, Josh was down in the basement doing his own investigation alone.
Do not.
You don't? We know Jim Jones came here for many years as a child, and then he moved on and became a reverend at different churches. And then they did some very bad things.
Jim.
Whoa! Holy. Okay, that was loud.
Josh asks any spirits that might be listening if they remember Jim Jones visiting the church. Initially, the answer he receives is no, but then someone says the name Jim. Rocky is also on his own, standing behind the podium in the church hall, conducting his own investigations.
What makes this piece of evidence so much more compelling? Watch as the phone is lifted up and slammed down at the exact same time the EDI alerts Rocky to a spirit being present.
As Rocky is wondering whether he should move to another part of the church, the EDI lights up, indicating the presence of a spirit. But before he even has a chance to look at the light, a phone on the podium lifts up and slams down all by itself right next to him. Meanwhile, Sean is still upstairs and his conversation isn't over yet.
Whoa. Okay. I hear you. Do you not like me talking about... Ah! Whoa! It's so freaking dark up here, I can't see. Oh crap! Yep, I'm out. Ah! It's coming! Bless me! God! No! Oh my God! Whatever the heck was up there just came running at me down the steps. Holy sh**, I'm out of here. Yep, Josh can have it.
As Sean is asking questions, unaware to him, the camera captures multiple orbs swirling around him, while some shuffling noises can be heard in the background. He tries to ask if the spirits don't want him asking about Jim Jones, but before he can finish his sentence, a loud bang makes him jump and Sean gets out of there. But as he reaches the last few steps, it sounds like something runs down the stairs after him. The brothers decide all this activity means that they should now stick together, so they regroup in the main church hall with an SLS Connect camera and capture something absolutely chilling live on camera.
I feel like if we're going to catch something, it's going to be in the basement.
Well, I think we need to go up to the attic. Or it'd be better if I just filmed the screen. Like if they're just watching the screen, that I won't need this light on. What do you think?
As the Paranormal Nightmare TV series crew are moving to another part of the church, captured live on camera, a mysterious child-sized figure can be seen standing at the bottom of the stairs, staring down the hallway at the unsuspecting Foreman brothers. But the question is, who is it? And what makes this even more creepy is that earlier in the investigation, nothing was there. The paranormal activity, along with the live capture of this child-sized apparition in the video, has left YouTube viewers frozen in fear. What lends credibility to this spine-chilling encounter is that the Foreman brothers are recognised as one of the most reliable paranormal investigation channels out there. Many viewers, like user Tiffany9776, believe this to be, quote, the holy grail of paranormal evidence. They're convinced that this is undoubtedly a full-bodied apparition of a child, possibly even the spectral image of Jim Jones in his younger days. The evidence has me personally convinced of its authenticity, but what's your take on it? Could this really be the apparition of a ghost caught on camera? I'm eager to hear your take on this. This next creepy video you're about to see comes from the paranormal investigation channel Tony Ferguson, the Ghost Whisperer. Filmed in Bodmin Jail, Cornwall, Tony, his wife, and medium Paul Sissel attempt to capture as much paranormal evidence as they can. Built in 1779, Bodmin Jail is rumoured to be home to a variety of malevolent dark entities, such as the ghost of former prisoner William Hampton, whose crime shook the local community. Other alleged supernatural encounters include light orbs and even people becoming possessed. The crew set up cameras around the old haunted jail, hoping to capture anything unusual on camera. Paul stays alone in the jail, surrounded by total darkness, and after some time, he begins to feel a bit strange, and then this happens. While alone in the dungeons of the jail, Paul stares silently in a trance-like state out of range of the night vision camera. Then, Paul eerily turns to face the camera and approaches it slowly, almost as if something has taken over his body. Then, he smacks the camera down with force. But what does this mean? Kristen Honey, Bodmin Jail's own paranormal manager, has spoken regularly about possessions that have happened at the jail. According to Kristen, when a person is possessed, they become faint or lightheaded, or suddenly completely change their behaviour, similarly to what happened to Paul while he was alone in the jail's dungeon. Tony Ferguson himself even says when reviewing the footage of Paul that he did not recognise him as the Paul he knew, and YouTube viewers were left shocked at this clip uploaded by Tony Ferguson, the Ghost Whisperer. Many vouch for the authenticity of this video, as well as Bodmin Jail being an incredibly haunted site. User Doorman437 states that, after finishing the Bodmin tour with my dad, we noticed a foul odour follow us into the cafeteria. It was recognisable because I've smelt this in my parents' old flat, which used to belong to an old man whose apparition was seen regularly. Not a nice feeling at all either. But what do you think happened to Paul at the Bodmin Jail? Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. Working the late shift at a hotel can get pretty dull, so TikTok user Brookie Spice and her co-workers come up with creative ways to pass the time. When they're not helping customers, they play games and record themselves dancing together. One night, Brooke and a co-worker were on the second floor of the hotel they work at and decided to race the elevator down to the floor below them. Brooke left her phone in the elevator to capture what should have been an innocent game, but unexpectedly, this happened. Brooke and her co-worker got stuck in the stairwell on their way down from the second floor, but her phone was in the empty elevator the whole time, continuing to film as the doors kept sliding open and closed, as if someone or something was there. And if that wasn't creepy enough, the recording captured what sounds like a voice inside the elevator. An elevator that's supposed to be empty. Commenters on this video said they could definitely hear something, with some even suggesting they heard the word hello or That's not only the strange activity that's happened in this hotel, weird things kept happening on the second floor, which has been under renovation. Since none of the rooms were ready for customers, the second floor has been empty, but another of Brooke's co-workers, who works on the front desk, kept receiving weird calls from a second floor room. After getting fed up of these calls, Brooke's co-worker, who goes by the TikTok username Yeti Bronzo, goes to take a look.
Alright, so we're getting crazy calls from this room that is unoccupied in the second floor, and this is like the third time it's happened, and I'm bringing y'all along with me, so annoyed with this little trip that I've been doing constantly. It's 226, that's right. 227. Okay. This phone. No one's calling. No one's here. Everything's chilling. Yep, okay. No one here, no phone calls. I'm out. This is weird.
When he went up to check, no one was there. The room was empty, just as he thought. So, just who was making those weird phone calls? Although he didn't see or hear anything in that empty room, Brooke and her co-worker from the first clip were in there just a few days ago, setting up new furniture in the same room when they inadvertently captured something chilling on camera.
I felt bad. How do you up the stairs? I don't know, but I mean, I felt bad, but also no, don't feel bad. It's just terrible. Can you hold it? I'm gonna clean it real quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so my sister, she graduates in 2 days, and I asked for the whole weekend off because like we're gonna get dinner with her. My parents are flying in, you know, like the whole thing. But she literally scheduled me the whole weekend. Wait, am I working on the weekend? Wait, let me try. If you were, where's my? Do you have my phone? Have you seen? I think I left it on the table. Oh my god, are you filming with my phone? For the vlog. Girl, nobody cares about stupid things. Somebody cares.
What do you want to talk about? Where the mirror should go?
Yeah, actually, let's do our job.
Okay. All right. Chat, should the mirror go
Here.
in this corner?
The right corner.
Okay. Or in that corner? I don't know. I mean, like, I know it's super dark right now, but I feel like personally it would look better in this area. There's just too much backlight. There's like not enough good, I don't know.
That's true, but I mean, you can see if someone's trying to like break into your room. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Weirdo.
Did you see it? While Brooke is cleaning the mirror, a mysterious dark figure can be seen in the reflection. But who is it? Whoever it is just seems to stand there as the two girls chat amongst themselves, blissfully unaware that they're being watched. Then, when Brooke's co-worker pans to the corner where the figure had been standing, the mysterious figure is gone. When the girls watched the footage back, they were beyond creeped out, especially since this isn't the only time something weird has happened on the second floor of the hotel. Commenters on the TikTok video agree that the hotel is likely haunted. But what do you think is going on? Comment below with your thoughts on this one. The figure. This next ghost video comes from the TikTok account Metaphysical Show. In the video, Rob Counts explains that while spending some time alone out in the countryside, particularly at a horse stable, he struck up a conversation with one of the farm workers. Rob offhandedly asked the worker if he had seen something he can't explain, and the worker's eyes lit up and answered, yeah. The worker pulls out his phone, shows Rob a video captured in the woods close by to the stables, and Rob's face turned pale white.
Now, what's super weird about that video is the guy who took the video won't even go back into those woods anymore. Did you see the dog in the video? That dog was growling and it was looking over into the area where the apparition appears. And it was just, what a crazy video. I can't believe it, and I haven't been able to figure out what's going on. I mean, what do you guys think?
A mysterious white figure is caught on a phone camera walking between the trees before it disappears into thin air. The dog clearly senses it and begins to growl. Rob Counts says that he can't explain this video. However, one commenter, user Xcode, believes that this is a residual haunting, with many agreeing with them. Another commenter, Emma Jean, says that I think we can only see 1% of the light spectrum, and there are probably things all around us that exist somewhere in the other 99%. Which is very creepy if you think about it. The majority of TikTok viewers are convinced that this is proof of a ghost caught on camera, and some even steered towards the possibility of it being an interdimensional being caught traveling through time. But what's your verdict on this video? Is this a ghost caught on camera? Use the comments to share your thoughts. This next creepy video comes from TikTok, uploaded by user Bleak Sorrow. At first glance, you might assume that being a professional gravedigger is the eeriest part of Will Graves' life. However, as the videos unfold, it becomes unsettlingly apparent that perhaps his job has, in some way, followed him home.
Okay, TikTok. So, my power is out at the moment in the basement. And I swear, I keep hearing someone walk. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's kind of creepy. Laundry room still has power, so that's good. But the rest of the basement's power is completely out, which is very strange. I'm not sure what that noise was, but
as Will enters the basement, a mysterious dark figure can be seen standing motionless in the bathtub facing the wall. But who is it? And when Will returns to the bathroom sometime later, the figure is nowhere to be seen. After posting this video to TikTok, eagle-eyed viewers were quick to point out the dark figure Will caught on camera, and of course, they demanded a part 2. Will responds and decides to film the basement again.
Okay, TikTok. I'm going to show you guys this basement and all the creepy stuff that's been happening here. This is the bathroom I passed earlier, where there was some shadow figure standing, supposedly. I've watched it. It's creepy. That's creepy. But anyway, there is nothing in here to make a shadow stand at all in this bathtub. That's to the pipes outside. Bathtub, shower, have a window right here. What the was that?
Did you catch it? As Will pans the camera towards a window, a hand can be seen touching the glass before it quickly disappears out of sight. Will rushes round the other side, but no one's there. In this next clip, taken some time later, Will heads back down to the basement and captures something rather strange.
What's going on, TikTok? We're back in my basement. My fiance has been hearing some noises down here. Water running. Actually, this door's been moving, so it's been kind of creepy. I'm really not sure what I'm looking for. A lot of you guys want to know I don't have electric. I do have electric down here. We just had the power off in this main room because it was getting remodeled. We still have the breakers on for the laundry room and for the bathroom. I'll show you guys the bathroom now. It still has water, or not water, electric. It has water too, hopefully. But yeah, it actually has a nice, very bright light. It actually has a light up here that also works, so that's awesome. Those doors, as you know, that's my pantry. That's my, that's water running. What that is. Okay. Yeah, we're not fucking with that right now.
Will all of a sudden hears water running and rushes over to check. He finds the tap running, and even weirder, all the kitchen cupboards are now wide open, when seconds before they were all completely shut. TikTok viewers were left terrified by this mysterious dark figure lurking in Will's basement, speculating on the connection between his profession and these ghostly disturbances. Some wonder if he's unknowingly invited a restless spirit into his home, while others speculate that it could be a past occupant attempting communication. And yet, there are those who remain skeptical, questioning the authenticity of these occurrences. But what's your take? Is Will Graves genuinely experiencing paranormal disturbances, or are there more mundane explanations at play? Let me know down below. The next set of creepy clips comes from the TikTok user Slam Your Eye. Sam Aldridge, the man behind the TikTok account, lives with his family in a mid-century home in North Carolina, USA. You might think he's living the dream, but he claims there's a lot more to the house than meets the eye. It might be an idyllic family home today, but in the past, it was the location of several tragic incidents. Not only that, but when the previous owners decided to build a hot tub in the backyard, they made a horrifying discovery while digging out the soil. If that wasn't creepy enough, since moving in, Sam has witnessed multiple disturbing events that he can't quite explain. Even Loki, the family dog, senses that there is something not quite right about the house.
He has no shot collar, no shot collar at all. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off just so you'll know that there's nothing there. Come on, bud. Hey, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. Settle down. Oh, I posted it. See, me and him both heard that. And see, now he's gonna f***ing run and leave me up here like a d***. See? Straight up.
Animals are often said to have a better connection with the spirit world, often sensing things that we humans are completely unaware of. Could it be that Loki is sensing someone or something we can't see? According to Sam, the house is full of strange design choices, including a door upstairs that leads into a creepy attic space. In an update shared to TikTok, Sam captures something truly scary while filming that very door.
You can kind of see just how high up that door actually is if you're on the bottom floor. Yeah, you're looking at 10 plus 8, so you're looking at least 18 feet from your feet coming down. Why the f***?
At the time, Sam doesn't realise what he had just captured on camera, but when posting the video, his viewers were quick to point out not just the creepy shadow that passed below the door, but the presence of unexplained voices too.
Floor.
One night, just a short while later, Sam begins to hear strange noises from upstairs, so he grabs his phone and starts filming, but nothing could prepare him for what he was about to discover. From the darkness, Sam captures something that looks a lot like a pair of small, glowing eyes just watching him. These creepy occurrences are not limited to the late hours of the night. Even in broad daylight, Sam is an unwilling witness to all kinds of terrifying phenomena. a sudden noise startles Sam, and a faint white apparition can be seen moving past the rocking horse, which then begins to move. These incidents have left Sam and his family frightened, and his viewers are urging him to get as far away from the house as possible, as it is full of bad and evil energy, as this commenter puts it. So, what are your thoughts on this matter? Are Sam and his family being tormented by the ghosts of those previously buried there? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Poltergeist activity. This next ghost video comes from TikTok, uploaded by Troy Legault1. Troy says that he's been experiencing strange things around his home, specifically horrifying sounds and banging coming from the opposite side of his basement door in the attic for some time, and he suspects it could be something paranormal or a demon. Troy decides to set up CCTV cameras inside his home to document what is going on. He sets up one camera covering the basement door and one in the attic, both areas where the activity has been happening. The next morning, Troy leaves for work, and his static camera pointed towards the basement records this. The ceiling fan starts spinning, then a banging noise can be heard echoing off the basement door, and suddenly the door slowly opens for a few seconds before something can be heard growling. The door then slams shut. For several days, no activity is recorded. However, just over a week later, one afternoon, the camera caught this. Knocking and growling can be heard coming from Troy's basement. Then the door violently swings open before stopping abruptly. The chairs under the dining table can then be seen moving, and then the door to the basement slams shut. But then the haunting sounds of growling and banging follows. The door swings open again, and a heavy bench then slams into the wall. After this recording, the activity again dies down for several days. Almost 2 weeks later, this happens. A chair slides out from under the table and then slides in a different direction. Another chair then moves out somehow on its own. Troy arrives home and is confused with why the chairs are there. He checks the house for burglars, but all looks clear. So he ventures down to the basement, but then the door slams shut right behind him. Creeped out, he races back out. Convinced the activity is something paranormal, Troy decides to check the camera footage from the attic to see if it had captured anything up there, and well, it seems like it did. Orbs can be seen floating around the room, then a little door in the wall slowly slides open before closing shut. TikTok viewers have been left creeped out by these videos uploaded by Troy Legault 1. Many are convinced that the unsettling footage he's captured and uploaded to his page provides undeniable evidence of paranormal activity, speculating that a malevolent poltergeist may inhabit his home. But what's your take? Is Troy truly being haunted by something sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments. We've just launched our YouTube membership program and I'm excited to invite you to become a part of it. By joining, you'll get access to members only content, priority replies from us in the comments, loyalty badges next to your name, and much more. Plus, you'll be supporting the channel directly, which helps us to keep creating the content you love to watch. To support us, just hit the join button below this video. It's that simple. Whether you decide to join or not, I'm grateful for your support. And if you're not ready to join yet, but love watching scary videos, then please, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss a scary video. This next ghost video was uploaded by Rockord over 15 years ago and is titled Ghosts on the Queen Mary, captured on tape. The HMS Queen Mary has been moored in Long Beach, California since 1967 after travelling all the way from Southampton in the UK. The century-old ship is reputed to be a hive of supernatural activity. Both guests and staff have reported seeing the ghosts of former crew members and passengers walking through the halls of the old ship. What's more is the sounds of people talking, footsteps walking in areas which are out of bounds, and sightings of shadow figures have also been documented. Apparently, Rockord sets his camera down while he has a smoke. By accident, he leaves the camera recording and caught this. Caught on camera, several apparitions can be seen eerily moving through the hallway. Shadowy figures, pale white figures, all of which mysteriously disappear through the various doorways of the ship's hallways. Viewers are divided on this video. Some believe it's real, while others think it's a bit too good to be true. Although the majority agree that the ship is haunted. But what do you think? Is this footage proof of the supernatural sightings of the crew and passengers on the Queen Mary ship? Drop a comment below with your thoughts. The Crawler. This next creepy video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Leviathan almost 3 years ago. Apparently, while Leviathan's parents were away for vacation, they left him in charge of their farm. During the night, Leviathan was awoken by chilling sounds coming from the barn. Too scared to look, he ignored them. However, on the following night, while one of his friends was round, the chilling sounds started again. And this time, with his friend for backup, he decides to go and investigate. As Leviathan opens the gate, a creepy sound can be heard. Then, the gate slams behind them and the creepy sound gets louder. Frozen in fear, Leviathan stands still, hoping to not disturb whatever is lurking inside any further. Then, all of a sudden, the head of something quickly pops up and Leviathan and his friend flee for their lives. Several nights later, Leviathan hears the chilling sounds again, this time much closer than before. He heads out into the darkness and gets the fright of his life. As Leviathan makes his way through the dark woods, the creepy sounds can be heard echoing all around him. He shines his flashlight in front of him and something can clearly be seen for a few seconds before it lets out a horrifying noise. Without a second thought, Leviathan makes a run for it. YouTube viewers were left creeped out by this strange creature caught on camera by Leviathan, with many agreeing with top commenters Toxley Moxley and Sekiji9331 that these creatures are known as crawlers and come from underground caves and mines. But what do you think? Did Leviathan capture some sort of creature that lives deep underground? I'm eager to hear your thoughts in the comments section. The Doll's Deed. This next creepy video was uploaded back in 2016 to the Facebook page La Otra Dimension. Apparently, a family home had been experiencing strange things for some time. Objects would move by themselves, and loud bangs would wake the family up in the night. The father of the family decided to install security cameras around his house in an attempt to get to the bottom of the unexplainable events. One afternoon, his daughter can be seen playing with her dolls when the cameras capture something rather creepy. Caught on a security camera, a doll in the corner of the room slowly moves its head mysteriously all by itself. The girl doesn't notice and continues playing, unaware to what could be inside that doll. In this next clip, taken 4 days later, the daughter can be seen doing her homework when the camera captures this creepy moment. Two pieces of paper fly towards the girl, who notices it, but is unsure how. She pauses for a moment before fleeing the room in fear. The girl returns a short while later, and then the papers suddenly start moving, bizarrely, on their own, and the girl just gets out of there before all hell breaks loose. This creepy video has gone viral, racking up millions of views, and also being picked up by media outlets such as The Sun and Lad Bible. Viewers believe that this family's home is being haunted by a poltergeist, and that they should move out ASAP. But what do you think? Is this real poltergeist activity caught on camera, or just a well-executed hoax? You tell me. Mr. Red is a YouTube channel owned by a young man named Ruben, who is dedicated to posting video game content. The only paranormal experiences Ruben has had have been in horror games, but that was all about to change when he and a group of friends went on a road trip to France. The video starts off as you'd expect, with the group exploring everything the country has to offer, but then, towards the end of the footage, things take a much spookier turn. Ruben and his friends come across an old World War II bunker in the Maritime Alps, a mountainous region on the coastal border between France and Italy. Right before entering the bunker, the group decides to split up, leaving Ruben and just one of his friends to explore by themselves. And what they capture has left them spooked.
Going into the tunnel. Okay. Jesus. Het is gewoon sneeuw. Hoe dan?
As soon as the pair enter the bunker, an ominous feeling begins to set in. The place is much deeper than they could have imagined from the outside and filled with snow, even though it's the height of summer. They begin to explore, having to duck down and get through the cramped tunnels, until eventually they come across a long tunnel and accidentally capture something truly chilling on camera.
Ja, is goed. We gaan terug.
Did you see it? Ruben and his friends hear something, and thinking that it's the rest of their group trying to scare them, they pretend to walk away. They thought their friends would appear, perhaps jumping out to scare them, but no one did. Or did they? Just a few feet in front of them, some sort of shadowy figure appears to manifest, but the pair don't see it. According to Ruben, whatever this is wasn't noticed until he watched the footage back, and he believes that this is a, quote, ghost. But what do you think this is? Is it a ghost as Ruben says? Use the comments to share your thoughts. Who is that? I found this next entry in the Facebook group, Paranormal Sightings, uploaded by user Kusela Medi. Kusela says that while home alone watching The Hobbit, he decided to take a picture of his newly renovated room and send it to a friend. This is the photo he sent. At first, the photo looks normal. However, if we enhance it, someone can be seen stood in the doorway, but Kusela says he was alone. So who is it? Facebook users have been left arguing in the comments on just who this figure standing in the doorway could be, with many suggesting that it looks like a person dressed in war uniform or a long coat and a tricorn hat. Others suggest there looks like there's two figures in the photo, but I can't see it myself. Maybe you can though. Regardless, this creepy image has really kicked up a debate in the Paranormal Sightings Facebook group. But is this a ghost? You tell me. When restrictions were lifted a couple of years ago, Caitlin, also known as HTTP Butts on TikTok, hoped that things were about to get better, but then an accident left her in a bad way, and it gets worse. Caitlin's doctors told her to stay home to heal from her injuries for up to 2 months, and it was while she was trying to recover that something horrifying happened to her when she was home alone one night. Caitlin is suddenly awoken when she hears noises coming from downstairs. Determined to catch whatever or whoever is inside her home, she grabs her phone and starts recording.
Oh my god.
Caitlin investigates the loud noises, and then something seems to follow her upstairs. She locks herself in the bedroom, but then this happens. Loud footsteps can be heard, and then suddenly, both doors in her bedroom mysteriously open by themselves before one of the doors unexpectedly slams shut all on its own. Unable to comprehend what's just happened, Caitlin remains frozen on her bed and is understandably terrified by the experience. But that wasn't the end of it. Just a couple of nights later, something eerily similar happens. Just like before, the doors open, but there's no one there. Or is there? Quite a few people in Caitlin's comments notice what looks like a shadowy figure in the doorway. But did you notice it? Look again. So, just what exactly is going on at Caitlin's house? Is this something paranormal? Share your thoughts in the comments. This next ghost video was taken in Rio Claro, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and uploaded back in 2011 to the account Espirito Nomade. Rio Claro in Rio de Janeiro is famous for its beautiful natural landscapes such as rivers, forests, and waterfalls, including the one featured in this video. In this clip, a group of tourists are taking in the gorgeous scenery. The person holding the camera records the stunning waterfall and something else. A mysterious figure emerges out of the water, where it momentarily stands there before disappearing back the way it came, never to be seen again. The tourists are clearly shocked at this seemingly unexplainable event, and you can hear one of the group frantically asking if they saw it. Commenters on this video are divided. Some suggest there could be a small opening between the rocks where the figure appeared from. However, the majority believe this to be a ghost, with some even claiming to have visited the waterfall before, mentioning that the waterfalls in Rio Claro have a very strange and supernatural feel about them. But what do you think? Is this a ghost caught on camera, or someone simply relaxing behind the waterfall? Use the comments to share your thoughts. The hidden presence. This next scary video comes from the Japanese ghost hunting channel Takuchi Camera. Takuchi ventures out to explore an abandoned and supposedly haunted house miles out in the middle of nowhere. There's no information about what happened to the family who lived there, but the house is definitely abandoned. Even stranger is that there were no stairs leading up to the attic, so Takuchi brings in a ladder to investigate what's up there. This chilling footage is what he found.
Yes. OK。すごい怒りっぽい。うわ、なんでしょう。うわ。
Captured on Takuchi's handheld camera, horrifyingly, 2 legs of someone can be seen standing on the attic floor right in front of Takuchi. But weirdly, when he takes a look inside himself, he doesn't see anyone. He decides to climb up into the attic, and then this happens.
この屋根裏部屋にね、なんて言うんですか。あ！え？は？ちょっと待って。は？ちょっと待って。ライト消えた。これ始まってる？難しい。ライト消えてる。なんで？ライト。あ、ついた。何やったん今の。どういうこと？また消えた。は？マジちょ、待って。ちょっと待って。ちょっとオンに、もう一回、 試してみようか。マジ？ちょっともう一回オンにしてみます。全然あかんわ。ちょっと帰ろう。
As Takuchi is in the attic, the light on his torch suddenly goes out, only to flash back on a moment later. It's then that he captures something truly unsettling. A pair of feet seemingly wandering aimlessly around the attic, just a few steps ahead of him. Oblivious to the strange, creepy presence sharing the attic with him, Takuchi quickly leaves the abandoned house. Only after reviewing the footage did he realise the potential paranormal encounter he had in the attic of this abandoned house. Viewers were quick to suggest that Takuchi captured the real deal, a ghost on camera, and even Takuchi himself describes this eerie sight as the feet of a ghost. But what's your take on this? Did Takuchi capture the wanderings of a ghostly presence? Drop a comment below with your thoughts. This next video for today has been shared a while back, but after searching to see if any other channels had uploaded it recently, I couldn't find it, so I thought I'd feature it. The video you're about to see was uploaded over 3 years ago by YouTuber Zach Catchum. Now, before I show the video, I'd just like to mention that Zach's channel has absolutely nothing to do with the paranormal, ghosts, or anything like that. His content is all about him catching things, hence the name Catchum. In the video, Zach ventures out to capture a python in what he describes as an abandoned underground city alone, or so he thought.
So, before I get too deep in here, I just want to let you all know I'm looking for snakes right now, for pythons, and honestly, I feel like I shouldn't be in here. It's really creepy in here, and it's really big. Hello?
Zach is spooked out by just how eerie the place is. However, as he presses on, he captures this, which spooks him beyond words.
Dude. Hello? Oh my god. Oh hell no.
Voices and sounds can be heard echoing through the abandoned underground tunnels. Concerned the situation might become dangerous, Zach hides in the cover of darkness.
Wish me luck, guys. I gotta shut off my light. I don't know what's going on.
The voices stopped.
The voices stopped, guys.
What the?
After the voices stop, Zach decides it would be best to cut his search for the python short and just get the heck out of there. However, when Zach reviewed the footage of his exploration, he was shocked at what he saw.
It's leaking outside from somewhere. What? Hello?
Zach hears something to his side, and when he looks, a figure can be seen standing motionless in the next room with its arms by its side, staring right at Zach, and Zach doesn't see it. Zach says that he has no idea just who this is, and that during this time down in the abandoned tunnels, he felt someone was always there with him, watching him from the darkness. Zach's viewers were left spooked by this clip, and believe that he caught something supernatural on camera. But what do you think? Is this a ghost caught on camera? You tell me. An explorer's nightmare. This scary video comes from the Estonian urban exploration channel SCARIEST, where he and a group of explorers visit an abandoned building late at night. The video shows the group exploring the abandoned building, innocently documenting the building for their YouTube videos. However, when they make their way to an upper floor of the building, their exploration suddenly turns into a venture they would never forget.
Sì. Vieni. Fuck this shit, me geleden.
As the team make their way through one of the upper floors, they spot a curtain draped over a doorway. Confused, SCARIEST peeks inside, and then someone on the opposite side lets out a horrifying scream, and the group get the hell out of there. The title of this video is Exploring Abandoned Building Goes Wrong, Scared and Chased by Homeless Man, and YouTube viewers agree. One commenter, Nikki1863, points out the scary thought that, imagine if the last room didn't have that curtain. YouTube viewers were left terrified at this clip, with many saying they'd have run away too if they were in this situation. But what would you do? Let me know down in the comments.